All right. Okay, so the chat is a great tool. Also, I want to say at any point throughout, the more you participate, the more you're going to get out of this experience. So at any point throughout, please feel free to ask anything in the chat. Nudge me. Last time we had some sound issues. You know, if that's happening, please be fervent in your request for a high quality experience. And so please feel free to nudge me on things like that. Okay, great. All right, so let's dive in with a sort of setting the tone. So this work is about landing more fully in the present moment. And in my experience, the body is an exceptional teacher for that, that practice that we get to deepen every moment of every day. And so that is kind of key and the number one thing. And yet, when we talk about something kind of so high level or high or abstract, it can be easy to forget the power of this work in terms of actually impacting our life in areas that feel stuck or glitchy. So what I'd love to start with today is asking each person to share what is something you would love to shift via this next hour and 10 minutes. What is something you would love to shift? So please go ahead and put that in the chat with your name and where you're coming from, and say a brief hello. And then as everybody's sharing and reflecting on that, if anybody's ready and wants to share verbally, I'd love to have, and wants to be on camera or be on voice sharing that, I'd love to invite anybody who wants to do that. Hey, Laurie, welcome. Great to have you here. Would anybody like to share? Yeah, great, Casey. Thank you for the question, and great question. Yeah, and it might take a little bit to mine or get down to something that truly feels relevant and like, yeah, I do want to shift that in you. It could be as practical as I want to shift the way I'm feeling about my income and how I'm making my income this month and how I'm generating my income this month. Could be that. I want to feel confident about that. I like money and looking at money because it's such a tangible lens and does connect all the way up to our most spiritual selves. Or it could be something like I'm feeling stuck in relationship to a dynamic with my partner and I want to shift that. Hey, Christine, lovely to have you. Welcome. We're just getting started and each person is reflecting and sharing in the chat, and or people are welcome to share verbally, a few people, about who you are, where you're calling in from, and what you would love to shift in this hour a little bit together. It could be as much as like I feel kind of cranky and agitated in my system and I want to feel more calm and focused on what on really deeply resting the rest of the day. It could be I want to just get a deeper sense of relaxation and calm in my system. Yeah, Lauren, please.
Yeah, I would like to shift from resisting feelings that I'm having today to accepting them.
Beautiful. Would you share? Would you be up for sharing what those feelings are that you're noticing, knowing that they're very human and probably all of us have had and are having something similar?
Yeah.
What are you experiencing?
I'm experiencing maybe some resentment or hurt feelings, and I'm feeling guilty for having those kind of feelings. That's kind of what my resistance is about. And I don't want to, I don't want to feel guilty about having my human feelings. Um, and I don't want to blame anybody else for my feelings. And I just would like to see them as feelings that are here, or, that come and go, and not be identifying with my feelings so much.
Pardon me for one moment there, Lori. Some people are having trouble hearing you. Hey, Jenny. And hello, whoever just joined us. We're just each naming ourselves either in the chat, who we are, where we're from, and then one thing you'd like to shift in this next hour together. So you can go ahead and do that, or it looks like you're on your phone. So if you want to speak after, you can have a moment to do that. Okay, beautiful, Lori. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I think you can even go further and name the quality of the experience you want to have.
I'd like to have a feeling more in my belly. I'd like to send like my feelings and my thoughts down out of my head so that my head can be clear.
There we go. So because we don't necessarily know the how, though you may be onto something. That's what you want to name. I want to feel clear-headed and maybe empty. Like if there's stories circling, or do you have, yeah, then it's like, okay, I want to release these circling stories and have that clear head. So of course you get to put in whatever language works for you, but just the naming of that which we want to experience is an important part of the process. So thank you, Lori. Beautiful example. Just getting through the chat here a little bit. So Veronica, LA, desires to lift her spirit and get in touch with herself. Okay, beautiful. Christine, yeah, beautiful sharing here. Struggling with forgiving myself and for my mistakes and to move forward. So, so then do frame that in the positive. I want to have an experience of forgiving myself for my mistakes and feeling like I'm moving forward. This is beautiful. That's a profound focus. Beautiful. Veronica, cranky and lonely to calm and connected. Heck yes. Nicole, I'd like to shift my current aliveness vibrancy. Okay, I feel drained, especially with regards to work and money. I want to feel inspired and vibrant again. Heck yes. Okay. All right, okay, sorry you guys couldn't hear Lori. Basically, she was talking about how she's feeling frustrated with somebody in her life, and I'm paraphrasing not perfectly, so forgive me, Lori, and wants to move out of those feelings into a place of clear-headedness. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, anybody else want to share here before we dive in, either in the chat or verbally? Christine, go for it.
I'm feeling just kind of stuck and low energy and having difficulty overcoming my inertia. So I would like to shift that.
Beautiful. And if you were to name it in the positive?
I would like to feel more energetic and directed.
Great. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Okay, anybody else? Jenny or Edward or Casey or whoever's joining us from a phone. Just give a few moments. Jenny, I'm wanting to get more clear on my intentions for my vision board this year, with this flowing from meditative state of opening to the wisdom of the universe in my soul and body. Okay, beautiful, right? You want to feel aligned and clear on your vision for this year. That's a good one. All right. Okay, I would like to get moving here. Beautiful, beautifully put. I'd like to get moving here. Oh, great. Okay. Casey, I want to read Casey's here too, and then we'll get moving. I have a relationship rupture with someone where they may have deceived me and I can't get a straight answer, and they seem to be stonewalling, yeah, in getting together to have an honest talk. Okay, I'm feeling very strong feelings of all types. I don't want to deny being out of touch with my feelings, but I want to be able to remain calm in my body, especially if we talk and also function in the rest of my life. And I'll let this distract me. Beautiful, right? It's like these big events can cause a lot of panic, for lack of a better word. Tumult is a better word in our systems. And yeah, it's how do we acknowledge, like being a human being is intense experience. There is no getting around that. So how do we acknowledge that? Not minimize that to any degree, but also not let that knock us off or out of moving towards and creating that which we really want. So so beautiful. I might say I want, and similar to Laurie, actually, I want to be present and feel what's happening for me, and let's say a sense of strength, even amidst that. Beautiful. All right. Okay. So I do want to get moving, and I want to use the music right away because the music can support us as we come from our busy lives and worlds, and maybe we've been on screens or whatever. The music gives us something to anchor our attention to help us get back into the now, get back into our bodies. From there, we're going to do a little bit of moving without it. I don't always use movement, and in the month-long experience, we're going to do both. It's important to do both. But today, music was calling, so we're going to do it. Okay, so I am going to post the playlists in the chat. So the ideal here, I'm not going to stream because I want you to be able to control the volumes. And for copyright reasons, this way the artists are getting their credit in their proper channels. I can also Facebook Messenger, or if somebody drops an email or something you want this sent to, if you want to play it on another device, you can drop me a way to send this to you and I can drop it right now. Okay, so if you would like this sent to you on another device, just let me know and I will scoot that to you. Otherwise, it's there in the chat. A few other things as we move into movement is and into the music is the practice is what feels good and what feels present. Okay, so you're letting the music and bringing your attention back to the sensation of your body. I'll be guiding you throughout. So it's a kind of continual practice of bringing yourself back to your body, the music, and what feels good. And it's really a dance of those pieces of the puzzle. Yeah, what I'm doing, like I leave my video on so that you have some sense, largely to give you a sense of permission. You'll see I'll roll on the floor, I'll make messy shapes, I may make some dancey shapes. I am a trained professional dancer, so I may go to the edges of my capacity, but it is not in the least about what this looks like. It's about what feels satisfying to your system and just renewing that commitment again and again. You bet, Christine. Does anybody else want the playlist sent to their email? Okay, and if not, this is a great time to start to maybe clear some space, put your phone on airplane mode, let's clear distractions, and start to let your breath deepen and feel that sensation. Start to feel your body in connection with the ground underneath you. That anchor of the sense of contact with ground underneath you is also a go-to you can use continually. Okay, okay, let's just see. Okay, last call for playlists being emailed. And I'm going to go ahead and shoot these off to Christine. There are two options, as you have seen. There, you can either play on Spotify or YouTube. If you don't have paid versions, you're going to run a little bit behind us, and that is okay. Okay. If you get lost in the music, just let me know. Like if it goes on shuffle and it's out of order, if you're using the free Spotify, just let me know and I'll let you know exactly where we are. Okay. All right. I want to make sure my system is working. Last time I had glitches. So again, start to bring your attention to the ground underneath you and the sensation of contact between your body and the ground underneath you. Great. Okay, I am in business. All right. Okay, great. Let's hit play together here so we're relatively closely timed. I'm going to count us in from 5. Here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. The very first track on here is called The Void. It's by an artist called by the name of Asterius. Very basic, mostly just didgeridoo tracks. We use this first one to really get connected to ground and slow down. So wherever you are in space, whether you are on camera or off camera, let your screen go. Let it go. Forget about me. Forget about others. Forget about what you look like or might look like or what you're even doing as much as possible. And bring your attention instead to the sensation of your body against the ground. Whatever shape you're in, sitting, standing, walking, lying, feel that ground or chair or couch. Awareness of the contact. So for me right now, my shoulder, the back surface of my shoulder, the side of my shoulder, my arm is in touch with the ground. If you're lying down on your back, the back of your pelvis, and bring your attention, feel what temperature is the ground. Is it hard? Is it squishy? Is it warm? Is it cool? Where are the lines of contour? Feel that sensation. Good. Inhaling and exhaling and letting your weight rest downward. The ground is completely solid and trustworthy. It has got you. What if every cell in your body trusted the support of that surface under you completely? Complete trust. That's it. Let's bring extra awareness to the lower body, feet resting downward, ankles resting down. Good. And as we do that, this simply noticing whatever feelings are present in your heart, your belly, your chest, any sensation, and inviting it to be there. Like weather moving through an open sky. There's no good or bad. We might like it more or less. And here we want to start to shift to experiencing the sensations and feelings of the body as wondrous weather like color. You wouldn't call black or brown or dark, intense colors bad or worse than like soft pinks and blues. You wouldn't call them worse. They're a part of the palette. They just have a different quality. So inviting that perspective here. Good. And then noticing, sensing, what are you feeling in your feet? The soles of your feet under your toes, backs of knees, backs of thighs and hips, back of torso. Good. And inviting every cell in your body, every cell is intelligent, to trust the support of the ground underneath you and the earth underneath that big mama earth, big living mama earth. She is there and she's got you. She has got you. Resting down into her support. Relaxing bones, tissues, fluids, organs. You can be moving. I'm lying still, but you can be moving. So you're also tuning in. How does my body feel? And if you do find yourself restless, totally normal. Let yourself be restless. Match that restlessness. Let your body wriggle with the restlessness. Okay, and let yourself match whatever is present. We're going to go further into that. That it's about kind of titrating between these things, between deepening into relaxation and being present with exactly what is there. Oh, okay, sorry, Christine. You didn't get it. Did I hit send? Let's double check. Good, okay, so everybody else, we're into the next track. Christine, I'm gonna double check this for you, okay? But just give me a moment. I wanna ensure people are still moving. Good, we're into the next track. This is Bangalore Whispers. About 27 seconds in. Good, so here we're starting to bring, now the music is supporting a little bit more rhythm. So find a pulse somewhere in your body, and it can be a single finger, or it can be the whole of your form. Let that rhythm rock your body, match that rhythm with some part. Huh. Okay, that's strange, Christina. It did show sent. I'm going to try sending it to you from my other email, okay? Good, and start to let the body wake up a little bit. Yawning, yawning throughout the whole of the body. Okay, sent again there, Christine. Let me know how that goes, okay? Keep maybe refreshing your browser if you haven't already. I'm sure you're doing that. Okay, the rest of us. So just keep me posted in the chat, Christine, okay? And if there's anything else I could do, like send it maybe via Facebook, let me know. Good, keep the rhythm going. Good, let's put the rhythm down somewhere in the lower body, okay? Somewhere in the lower body. Good, good. Let's shift the rhythm to different places fairly quickly. Let's go kind of 8 counts in one place, like hips. Here we go, 8. So shift the hips, boom. Let the rhythm be right in those hip sockets. Good. However your body wants to match, that's fine. Good. Shins. Can you move those shins, the lower leg, in time with the rhythm? That one's a little bit harder. Knees. Good. We're not getting too precious. There's no right, no wrong. We're just using the body as a focal point for our attention. Good. Ankles. Good. That's it. Can we keep the rest of the body also moving at the same time? Let yourself get a little bit messy with it. Toes and feet, bones of toes and feet. Good. Let's come to shoulders. Oh, okay. Next track. It's a good one. This is Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, Solomon Burke, classic, excellent, beautiful track. Good. Okay, so if you maybe you're on the ground, maybe you're up standing, maybe you're sitting, maybe you're driving in your car. If you're driving in your car, let's keep that rhythm down in the pelvis, but play with it different ways. Let the tailbone wiggle or snake. Good. Good. Let's shake it, let the body kind of shake and rattle it out. Use the rhythm or go against the rhythm, up to you. Good, let's let the head release, relax the neck. Good, nice. Okay, let's get a little bit goofy. Like, can you get your dorky dance on? Good. That's it. How sort of dorky can you make your dance? That's it. Let your totally uncoordinated self out here. Good. Deep breaths in. Exhale. Nice. Okay, let's come back to lower body. You pick the body part you want to focus on. Lower body. Nice. Take it for a walk. So I'm going to take my earrings out so you don't get that feedback. Take it for a walk. Different directions. Sideways, backwards. Good. Start to notice your space. Notice the shapes, the edges, the textures. Good. Whole body. Good. Can you let your whole body, every part, move with the rhythm? Good. Okay, just shake that out. Shake shoulders, shake hands, jaw. Good. Okay, such a good track. This next one, classic Michael Jackson. Good. Let's rub down the body here as we're waiting. Just give it either soothing or kind of enlivening. Hands brushing the full surface of your body, thighs, pelvis. You're bringing awareness to your outline. Great. Okay, and as the rhythm comes in, find that rhythm down in the soles of your feet against ground or whatever part of your body's against the surface. Let it feel that contact and let the rhythm stomp or shift to that rhythm. Ha, ha, ha. Good. And enjoy the sensation of hitting that surface. Like, feel that contact. Enjoy it. Good. Nice. Okay, let's find a repetitive movement whatever it is. Again, it can be the movement of one body part. The more of you bring into it, the more you're going to get out, the more better you're going to feel. Shift weight. That's it. Bring your, get your arms involved. Let your hands participate. Your back body, like the back of your rib cage, be a part of this. The back of your skull, back of your legs, back of your heels. Good. Then let the movement change. Find a repetitive rhythmic movement. Good. Let the head go. Good. Make it feel good. Look for what feels good and let yourself adapt. Keep adapting the movement for what feels good. Good. New movement. Let it take you through the room. Move towards edges of the room, away. Bigger steps, smaller steps. Good, nice. Ha. Good, let's take some stronger shapes. Big breaths. Whew. Good, let's look for the quality that's present for you that matches the tone of the music. You know, where are you feeling irritated, frustrated? What feels this texture? What part of you? That's it. Can you match the quality of the music? That's it. Keep calling, keep inviting more of you into movement, into participating. And it can be small. You can do it small. Good. Take some big steps if you have space. Make some big tosses with the arms. Take up room. Take up room. That's it. Feel your own power here, even if it's gentle, even if it's small. Yes, you guys. Beautiful. Deep breaths. Good. As this track wraps up, let your body kind of rattle. Come back to feet. Come back to connection to ground. That's it. Feel that grittiness of that guitar. Let your body find and show that quality. Excellent, you guys. Okay. Let's do a brush out. So just as if you're brushing down the whole surface of your body, as this next track comes in, next track we are playing with is Take Me to the Clouds Above, LMC versus U2 by on the, oh yeah, that's who. All right. Okay. That's it. So let's really rattle it out. We live in a very high intensity world. And when our bodies are still all day, they don't have the space to process that intensity. So that's what we get to do when we come into motion like this. Good. So come back to feet. Good. Let your upper body relax. Keep dropping. Notice if you get caught in thinking, that's fine. Come back. Feel sole of foot, 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 foot. Good. Maybe little jumps or just shifting weight. Toe tapping. Feel though. Feel that contact. Feel all the edges of your feet. Good. Let's let the upper body just coast on top. Oh, okay, beautiful. Let yourself rest and pause for a moment. Good. Bring hands to your core, somewhere on your torso. Just give yourself an embrace. Embrace your form. Good. And feel what is true and present there. Feel your heart beating, the blood pumping through the whole of your system, digestion working, the strength of your bones and skeleton, the bones stacking on top of each other. Good. Good. And send some love in, send some honoring, send some appreciation inwards to this form, inwards to exactly what is here. Yeah, you, this. Oh, yeah, this is the right experience I'm having. Nice. Good. Let's take that into motion. Come back to feet, knees, shins, heels, toes. Good. Hips, pelvis, tailbone. Good. Maybe letting the back of the pelvis lead you through the room a little bit. Back of the pelvis. Use your hands to feel where it is if you need or want to. Good. The tailbone is at the base of the back of the pelvis. Let that move you through space, even if it's small. Forward and backwards. Good. And let's start to let fingertips trace in the space as if you could paint the sound. Paint the sound. Paint what it is you're sensing inside your torso, inside your heart, your lungs, your belly. Let your hands shape that in the space around you as if it was the most perfect ephemeral sculpture that ever existed. That's it. Let yourself shape it. Good. And wherever we are, whatever sort of room or space we're in, let's remember the space beyond the edges of the room, beyond the walls, beyond the ceiling, into the earth. Let's remember that infinite space that earth finds itself in, that you find yourself in. Good. And let whatever you're experiencing be held in that space. Yes. Good. Relaxed jaw. Tongue relaxed. Good. Head just bobbling around. Release. Top joints of the neck. Head heavy, bouncing. Brain bouncing. Just bounce that brain. Your feet have got you, guys. Your feet have you. Your bones have you. The earth has you. Let that brain head go. Oh, good. That's it. Good. Let's pick a body part and follow it through the room, wherever it wants to go. Let it push and pull all sorts of different directions. Don't know, discover. Wow. Unfolding. That's a continuously pulling you, then just change body parts. Where does it want to go? Could be inside your body or outside in space. That's it. No right, no wrong. Just what is here? What do you sense? Good. New body part. Good. And let's let that body part change quickly. A finger, a toe, a belly button, back of your head. Let's keep relaxing jaw. Relax eyes in their sockets. Feel the back of your skull. You're a three-dimensional being. Feel your back surface. Let yourself have volume. Let your form have volume. Experience the volume around you. Breathing in, deep breath. Nice. Exhaling. Whew. That's it. Keep going. Stay with it. You're doing great. This. Good. Let whatever body part wants to move. And nothing wants to move. Let it maybe move really slowly. Or just experiment. What happens when you move it anyway? What does that feel like? Good. Returning to the sensations you're experiencing, floor, earth, sky, just this. Okay, last track. This is Jessie Ware, Say You Love Me. Good, so here we get to slow down again. So can you let your body find and move to the exact rhythm? Hey, Victor. Nice to have you. We're just most of the way through a playlist. I'm going to share it here in case you want to listen. We're just on the last track. Good. Where's the cross section, the intersection between what you hear and what you feel inside? Where's the most satisfying dynamic? Good. Keep relaxing the thinking. Like Lori talked about, imagine, just let the thoughts be there, like clouds passing through, and instead choose to put your attention on the weight of your pelvic bowl, pelvis rocking, or your elbows shifting in space, or your shins. That's it. You pick. Good. If you could slow dance with yourself in this moment, with tenderness, with kindness, what would that be like? Like you were the best date ever. That's it. Take yourself on that dance. Keep feeling the connection to your space, to the textures around you, the shapes. That's it, just this. Ceiling up above, floor underneath, walls and space and world beyond the walls. Letting your form be in relationship. Nice. That's it. Let the music, that's it. How much of your attention can you place on the music and let your body match? Enjoy that. Even if it's one body part or the whole of your body. Good. Can you bring your heart? Can your heart dance in relationship to the music? Beautiful. That's it. Keep that dance of you with yourself going. Great. Okay, beautiful. Just keep moving and stay connected to your forms. Sometimes either the playlist goes automatically on to a next song. So if that's happened for you, just take a moment to pause it. I'm going to share sound here in a moment. But just stay gently moving. Keep whatever you're doing alive. And let your attention stay on that. Come away from the screen. Good. Scan through your body gently. Great. I'm just going to share sound here. We're going to go a little bit longer in motion and body. Notice if your energy wants to come back into thinking, back into head, back into brain. And just let your eyes close. Maybe bring hands to the surface of your body. And just feel the sensation of hands on your form. Feel ground underneath you. Let yourself breathe into the sensations that are present as truly sacred. This, what you're experiencing now, is sacred. Good. Okay, so I would like for you to be able to hear my voice and the music. How is that balanced? Do you need more volume on my voice, more volume on the track? Okay, Nicole is saying it's good for her. How is it for others? Want to get feedback across a few different systems, balance of sound to my voice. More on track, great. No more track, I'm playing it, Veronica, so if you stop that, and I'm going to give the track a bit more volume. It's a quiet sort of background track anyways, but let's go. How is that with my voice? We hear both. Okay, great. And let me know if it needs adjusting. Great. Okay, so wherever you are, let computer go. Let eyes close. And feel back surface of your body. And it can help to lean against a wall or a chair or the floor. Feel the back surface of your body. Good. Deep breaths into the back surface of your body, or as deep as it feels good for your system. Notice the breath and send it to the back surface of your body. Between shoulder blades, along the backs of the rib cage, the back of your torso, the back of your sacrum, that's the backbone of your pelvis, the back of your glutes. back of your thighs, back of skull, backs of eyes. Let the breath flow into the back surface of your body. Feel the depth of your form, the distance between front and back. Breathe into that volume. And noticing what's present in that volume, what sensations, colors, textures, feelings. And as if they were the most beautiful dance of light, or color, or clouds, smoke, just letting that be as it is and letting it change. Let it be there, let it change. Good. So this already, I said today in my email we were going to develop our capacity of witnessing ourselves. This is what it means to witness ourselves, to be present to the fullness of sensation as it is, no right, no wrong, or a thought. What if thought was just another form of sensation? Good. Then let's slowly invite your body to take a shape that feels honest, that feels true, that feels like it represents and or satisfies and or feels good in this moment. Let your body find its way into it. Don't know what it's going to be. Just discover, feel, experiment, try, letting the body slowly move. Good, and when it feels like your body has found a satisfying shape, just pause there and invite the whole of your awareness to be present with that shape. And invite every cell in your body, every bone, every tissue, every cell to participate. It doesn't have to be effortful. Just gets to participate. Good. Let's let the body make its way into another shape. Slowly, whatever it is, there is no right. There is only what feels more satisfying. Go for that. Good, letting the body settle when it feels like it has found that place. What is here? This. Give this your attention. This is enough. This is the whole storyline. We're right here. Whole storyline. Good. And pausing in whatever shape that is. Let it fulfill itself. Great. Now let's recall at the top of the call what you wanted to shift into. Just recall that. We're dropping that into the body like a drop of color or ink in a jar of white paint or clear water. Dropping that in and just letting it color. When we truly request something of the universe or reality, it is constantly delivering us exactly what we need to have that. That is just the law of how it works. If it looks like it is not, it's because our view needs to shift. So dropping that in and then letting your body find its way to a shape, or maybe it's a slow, repetitive movement, letting your body find its way to a shape that represents that. And this may or may not make sense, does not have to make any logical sense. In fact, I invite it to not. Definitely, we don't want that leading here. We want the body's own intelligence, incredible intelligence to lead. That's it. And pausing if and when the body finds that shape. Good. And as you either rest into that shape or let your body find another, we're dropping in the idea of an outside presence viewing you. And this is a completely loving presence, like your biggest fan ever. It could be an animal presence. And let the totality of the shape that you're in, the totality of what you're feeling and sensing also in your heart, in your belly, your pelvic floor, your throat. Let them see. Let them see what you are in this moment. And know that it's being met with love. Great, and just continuing to let your body find different shapes that are satisfying to you, and in calling more and more of your attention and awareness to witness it, to be present to it. And imagining that outside presence. And if this is too many ideas at the same time, just keep coming back to what are you sensing? Good. And then I also want you to imagine, I'm going to stop my movement, and I'm witnessing. I am seeing each of you. And I want to invite you to allow being seen, even if your camera's off. Just imagine my presence taking you in, bearing witness to your presence. That's it. Allowing my gaze, my awareness to penetrate, to filter in. Knowing that no matter what I think or feel, it's enough. You're enough. What's present is sufficient and complete. Great, then we're going to keep moving for like another 2, 3 minutes here on the same theme. And I want to invite everybody on the call to take 20, 30 seconds at least to either literally bear witness, or you can even better, because sometimes bearing witness we can get very visually focused. The truth is, I can sense you even with my back to you. And when we bear witness, we want to stay absolutely connected to our own experience at the same time. And that's a practice. It's okay to lose it. But it's easier when we're also staying connected or in motion. Gives us an anchor. So just let yourself, over the next 2 minutes here, sense into taking in others as you stay or play with the dance of staying connected to your own sensory, emotional, physical experience. What is it like to be present to with complete acceptance and zero judgment, zero rejection? Good. Maybe there's a body part that you judge harshly. Can you let that one also be held in love and affection? Can you let that part of you, the darker parts of you, also be seen? Good. Big breath in and exhale. Good. And another couple of those as you release the experience. You're just going to let it go. And now we are going to come back to each other and our screens and our devices to check in. And I'm going to fade the music out. If you want to grab water as you gather, please do. We'll just do a kind of final check-in. Great. Okay, so that is a beautiful track, just so you know. The name of it in the chat here. It's by basically my favorite YouTube kind of ambient healing music artist named Metaverse with 2 T's Music. And that track is called The Still Point. And they have tons. His name is Brian. He's got tons of very potent healing music and soundscapes on there. So do check that out. Okay, so as we come back here, I want to say, as you come back to the screen, yeah, the dance is always, the work in a sense is always staying connected to what's occurring sensorially for you in your world in this moment. So the many things that we talked about today that I dropped in, some of those are very profound ideas that I do really just drop in for sometimes a few seconds. Many of those can support you in that process. Perhaps in this moment, one that we use is the back body, because when we're on screens, we tend to get really front focused. So let's stay present to our back body, or if you're working with something else, go ahead and do that. Stay present to your back body. As you share a reflection either in the chat, or if you'd like to speak or share verbally, just give a wave of what you noticed. What did you notice? And I do especially Casey, Edward, whoever's joining us on a phone, Jenny, if any of you want to speak up, I do want to invite you to do so. Victor, you too, because you didn't share verbally at the beginning. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to like be good. Maybe what you notice is a whole bunch of pain in a part of your body. The thing is, the recognition of it, the presencing of it, the acknowledgement of it it might be unpleasant, but it's actually more true and honest, and therefore forward motion. So that's a beautiful thing. So Casey, there's actually nothing specific you were supposed to notice. Just what is some of what you noticed there that stands out to you as what was quite present as you did that exercise? What did you notice about you and the way you operate, and the sensations in your form? What did you notice?
I'll share.
Great, thanks, Nicole.
Well, I noticed it was quite a dynamic journey of like, the slow, and then felt a lot of movement, and then it started to get more emotional when you were like a slow dance with yourself. And it really, I think then I started to like notice myself more. And then the idea of someone else and you, like, what was it? Bearing witness to us. That was, really profound. And then I'm kind of left feeling nauseous.
Yeah,
a lot.
It is a lot, and admittedly, I kind of like try to pack a lot in on these. So it's nice to have time to kind of adventure through these. Yeah, beautiful. And nausea is also, I would say, a good sign. It's often toxins releasing in our system. And it's a very big deal to let the whole of us, because as humans, we've gotten conditioned on our journey that certain parts of ourselves and experiences are great, and we want those. And all of these, we don't, and we don't want those. And unfortunately, as we grow up in that dynamic, it creates a sort of that's the mindset it creates. This experience is okay and good and excellent. This experience is shitty, and I want to avoid it at all costs. And yet those experiences and or parts of ourselves and or historical experiences and or feeling tones are all, as humans, they're still a part of who and what we are. And so the more we let a gaze or a attention rest on the totality of who we are, it means bringing attention to those parts that, thank you, Jenny, creates a dichotomy, exactly. The more, it's scary because we are learning, our journey of unfoldment is learning to accept and be with those parts that we did. Yeah, so beautiful, and thank you for sharing. Yeah, potent experience, potent sharing. Anybody else want to say something here just before we go? Where I'll just read out some of what's in the chat. Lori's saying, my head clearing, the stories dissolving, the breath returning, fully my body thankful. Yeah, beautiful. Victor saying relaxation, less worry, more attuned to my body. Yeah, because the truth is, when we're in the present moment, nothing is wrong. All of our problems exist in these kind of perceived relationships. And not that that is a total fiction, right? We also exist in that reality. But when we have the remembrance of every moment, every moment the now is here, and I can bring myself to rest into that. There is a rest and a refuge and a home for me in every moment, no matter what is unfolding. And yeah. Okay, so I'm going to sort of wrap up here. So this is an example of the type of work I do. Some of you have done this with me many times before. Some of you, this is your first time. Beautiful either way. I am the experience I'm moving into leading is called the Embodiment Experience, and it's about taking work like this into every moment of our practical lives. And so, yes, we're going to dance. Yes, we're going to move. Yes, we're going to do various meditations. Yes, we're going to bring our attention to our embodied experience as we go about our daily lives, and decide what it is that we want to shift, and shift that over the course of those 30 days. It's a powerful amount of time to create a real change. So I deeply encourage anyone and everyone to come on this journey with me. It's, in my opinion, very reasonably priced. I will drop the link to the website. I also want to invite anybody who's on the fence or unsure, or just has some questions about what would this do for me? What might this do for me? To book, you can book a short call with me. Okay, we can look at exactly where you are, what's on the table, because what's necessary for you to get really radical value out of the experience is your clarity, and that's it. And I'd love to support you to have that. So that's the other thing I'll just say as I gather the link here is that it's very easy to dismiss and not prioritize this type of work. It's like, our lives are busy. We've got a clock, we've got a schedule. There's a lot to get done. And, this work on a certain level doesn't seem to tick any of the boxes that are like, make sure I get done, I gotta get done, right? This doesn't appear to tick any of those boxes. And yet it is exactly the whole point of being alive, B, what supports us to have the experience of ticking those boxes in a far more satisfying, fruitful, effective way. So, okay, so here's the link. On that website, I want to just double check that website has both. A lot of you have probably already had a look at this, but I've added more. So there's there's a link to schedule a complimentary call with me just under the video. And so please go ahead and do that. I guarantee you can get more out of this experience than you think you can. Okay. And that would bring me joy. For you to experience, to get to be a part of. All right. Okay. We are at 75 minutes. I do want to, if anybody has to go, please go ahead and pop off. I want to just open the floor one more time and see if there's any kind of last thoughts, words, or sharing that anybody wants to do here as we move into the rest of our days. Great, maybe I'll pause and I'll stop the recording